All right, good morning, everybody. I want to share a story that my Rav, Rabbi Fishbain Shlita, shared with me this morning. He told me this story many times, but it's a very important story to teach. A lot of people don't understand, proper derech eretz when it comes to things like giving kibudim and simchas and different things. And so to understand that this isn't just a candy bar you give out, and how to approach that. Kibudim at simchas, to translate to English, the honors at weddings and other joyous occasions. Who do you honor to recite different benedictions liturgically and other things like that. So the story that he tells was that Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky's son-in-law was the Menahel. He was the administrative rabbi at the Beis Yaakov, at the Girls Academy in Baltimore. And it says there's a speed trap ahead, so I got to slow down a bit. I don't know how much the speed limit is here. So his daughter was getting married to a boy from Lakewood Yeshiva, and he himself, he was a Talmud. He was a disciple of Rav Hutner at Yeshiva's Chaim Berlin in Brooklyn. But he had been for many years the Menahel, the administrative rabbi at more than an administrative rabbi. It was sort of a dean or assistant dean at the girls at the girls' high school there in Baltimore, Maryland. So Rav Hutner, Zecher Tzaddik Livrocha, he called this rabbi and said, "We're going to go over who are you honoring with different honors at the wedding." And there are various honors that are given at a wedding ceremony in a Jewish wedding. So the rabbi, the father of the bride, said, "Well, the groom, he studies in Lakewood, so we should give it to Rabbi Kotler, who was the dean in Lakewood." This was Rabbi Shneir Kotler, Zichron Livrocha, who succeeded his father, Rav Aaron Kotler, as the Rosh Yeshiva in Lakewood. And Rav Hutner said, "Wait a second. You have here your shver, your father-in-law is Rav Yaakov Kamenetsky from the Ziknei Ador, one of the elder rabbinical authorities of the generation. He has to be the officiating rabbi, the Masader Kedushin, not Rav Shneir Kotler, who was many decades younger than him." So then the next honor is the reading of the marriage contract, Kriyas HaKsubah. He said that you should give to Rabbi Kotler, to Rav Shneir. And then he said that Rav Ruderman, who was the dean at in Darton in Ner Yisrael, he was the Rosh Yeshiva in Ner Yisrael, also was a Korov. He was a cousin of Rav Yaakov, of Rabbi Kamenetsky. He'll be there at the wedding, both from this rabbi's wife's side, being the daughter of Rabbi Kamenetsky, and from his side because of their connection in Baltimore. So you should give, he said to Rabbi Ruderman, who's the dean of the Baltimore Ner Yisrael Yeshiva, should give him all the 7 of the 7 benedictions. Sometimes people divide them up. I know the Satmarov was of the opinion it's better to divide them up and to honor more different people, and some are the opinion that all 7 should be given to the same person. Some are the opinion that if one begins with Baruch Atah and the next one doesn't, those 2 should be given to the same person. There are different opinions of how to approach that. But a lot of people don't understand, the level of different blessings, that when it comes to the biggest honor would be the officiation, and then also reading the marriage contract, which takes skill, also is a big honor. And then from the 7 benedictions, generally it's understood that the last benediction, we call Bracha Achrita, is the biggest of those honors. A lot of people don't understand that, because I was discussing with the rabbi, here we had one of the members of our synagogue, his daughter got married. What's going on here? And he had a very distinguished rabbi, got the 6th blessing. And usually to a distinguished rabbi, you give the 7th blessing. But the 7th blessing, also people like to sing it, so they gave it to a cantor instead of to a rabbi. And whether that was the right thing, and that's what brought up this whole question, and as to which is more bigger honor or lesser honor. And similarly, when it comes to reading in the Torah, who receives the honors of the blessings of the Torah readings. And I was kind of making a joke that the 6th blessing, maybe that's akin to Shishi, which is a rabbinical honor, particularly in the Hasidic tradition, the Kabbalistic tradition. Whereas in the non-Hasidic tradition, it's a bigger honor to give the 3rd Aliyah, and of course the biggest honors are for the priest and the Levite, for the Kohen and Levi, which come earlier. In any event, with all that being said, and then there's different honors when certain readings are done, whatever it is, but that's not the point of this story. So then the father of the bride, the rabbi, he said to Rabbi Hutner, but wait a second, what about Rebbe? What about the Rosh Hashiva? He said, you worried about me? Rav Hutner answered, he said, people will assume that I'm a balgaiva, that I'm arrogant, and that if I don't get the officiation to be the Masada Kedushin, then I don't take any other honor. So what? So I am a balgaiva. Don't give me any brachas. Give to Rav Ruderman all 7, and don't give me anything. I don't need anything. He was saying somewhat sarcastically that he's arrogant, because obviously this is a very humble thing to do, to give out to everybody, not to take anything for himself. Of course, every situation is different, and every wedding is different, and every tradition is different. But nonetheless, it certainly is something people should be aware of. This is not the way to approach things, to just give it away. If you have very honored rabbis present at the wedding, and you're going to give a blessing away to a cousin, an uncle, something who's a lay person. It's one thing, like at this wedding, they gave the first blessing to the grandfather. That's something else. He's a Holocaust survivor also, so he certainly deserved to have the blessing. But you have to measure everything in the proper way, and what and where and when. And but just to give it away, a good friend of the family, this and that, that's not really the proper way. Instead, the Shever Brachas at the end of the wedding, after the grace, after meals, after Birkas Hamazon, after benching, that's when you give to friends, to relatives, things like that. But by the chuppah, if you have rabbis there, it's better to honor rabbis. That's my feeling on that. But again, different people have different approaches. But the point is, a lot of people don't even, the point that Rabbi Fishbain wanted to bring up, is a lot of people don't even think about this ahead of time. And to see the wisdom of Rav Hutner, Zeichet Tzadik Levrocha, that he was able to look ahead and understand that not everybody understands the proper way to approach a lot of these things, and therefore that's the lesson that I wanted to teach here, and that's why I want to share this story with you all. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and we will see you, God willing, again later.